Welcome to the BCMN Network. The following broadcast is meant solely for the enjoyment and entertainment of our audience. You're watching the Blue Collar Minutemen Show. Hail to the Chief.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show, where we're just a couple of guys trying to, well, get you all ready for voting at this point. Bill, how's it going?
Doing good. Just enjoying the day here on No King's Day and just
Wait,
loving it.
you got a king behind you.
Oh, he's not a king, he's your daddy.
Oh gosh, I love it.
just
Oh,
just what we're hitting at here is at the No Kings rally, I guess it was in Los Angeles, somebody rented an airplane and was flying a big banner over the No Kings protest and it said, he's not a king, he's your daddy.
Oh, I love it. Well, folks, we thank you all for joining us. And as always, before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share these videos, help get the word out. And that way, when you do like and subscribe, it helps with the algorithm and you automatically get notified anytime that we come out with a new video. So, with that being said, oh, also, we're going to be trying some new things during the podcast today. So, check,
Crying is the key word.
yeah, bear with us. Hopefully, we'll get it right and get it going good. But this should be a good one. All right. Bill, since you started with the No King stuff, I'm just going to mention, I guess that was a nationwide thing that they were doing.
Yeah.
And you told me earlier that they expected, was it 9 million people?
Well, they're expecting 9 million. Well, okay. In October, they expected 6 billion and they ended up with 3 million.
Hmm.
So they're expecting 9 million. It'll probably be 3 million again.
Well, you and I were talking about that as far as the percentage of the population goes. And when it comes to electoral votes and things like that, what percent did you come up with?
With 9 million is 2.5% of the population. A
Wow.
whopping 2.5%.
They got us.
Oh yeah. And more of them than they are of us.
Well, I also want to mention that I drove through a certain town earlier today and I happened to
Oh
witness some of the protests that were going on that were,
yeah. I saw it too
yeah,
in that certain
mostly
town.
peaceful protests, things of that nature.
Yeah, it is. What, maybe 100,
I didn't see that much because I was too
75,
busy.
somewhere through there.
I was too busy laughing at the truck that was black smoking a cloud across. I don't know who that dude was, but that was funny. Oh, geez. All right. Well, to go on, Bill, where do we want to start at here? Is there anything particular we want to start with?
Well, you name it, I'll talk about it.
Well, let's go back to and let's discuss a little bit about the shutdown because we were talking about that too. Uh, of course, all of this is over the Save America Act, and the Democrats are wanting to shut down the government, which they have done. TSA is not getting paid, and what did Trump do? says says TSA wasn't getting paid.
Okay, TSA wasn't getting paid.
Mhm.
This is partial shutdown. It's not a full government shutdown. Just Homeland Security and you know some of the important shit like FEMA and here we are getting ready to get attacked. So Homeland Security's not getting paid. TSA, whatever. But anyway, Trump decides, hey, I don't care what y'all do over there in Congress. I'm starting TSA's pay right now.
Mhm.
So the next day, they voted on a partial uh, funding so they can fund TSA. So I guess all he needs to do is go up tomorrow and say, "Well, I'm going to fund ICE." See if that works. So apparently, that's the big sticking point is
Mhm.
ICE. They
Right.
don't want to fund ICE. Now, you tell me. They had open borders,
Right.
so the only way they're going to get open borders back is if they get rid of ICE and CPB, uh, CBP,
Mhm.
Customs and Border Patrol, and that's what they're trying.
You know, that should
Because
tell
they're going to
America.
lose so many seats in the House,
Oh, I know.
and they're going to lose so many votes at the polls when illegals are not here to fill those numbers.
You know, I believe it was I don't know who it was. You know, at this point, if the Democrats would just stop doubling down and just say, all right, look, we're going to try to work with the country and Americans and at least try to hear what the people want, they would probably gain some momentum. But Bill, let's face it, they just keep doubling down on having these illegals and forgetting about the American people. I don't know
Okay,
what to tell them.
they have okay. I've asked several, several, several. What is it that you don't like that Trump's doing? They can't come up with anything that's real.
No.
Um, he's taking away women's rights. No, it's easier. You know, you don't have to. He wants you to have an ID to vote. You don't even have to have an ID to buy a gun. I'm like, well, you've never bought a gun apparently because
Yeah.
I had an address wrong on my driver's license once. I didn't realize it. I went to buy a gun and couldn't buy a gun because I had the wrong address on there. I had
Yep.
to go get my license changed before I could buy a gun.
Yep.
So no, they're idiot. I mean, they're being fed idiotic information and they believe it.
Oh, no. And like you said, this is, well, I'll discuss it too when we here in just a second, but I just can't believe they just follow what's being said. And I don't understand it. But you did bring up the fact that every generation has been smarter than the previous generation that went through school, except for Gen Z.
He's not making this up. There's a department in the government that's been tracking this since around 1850 something
Mhm.
about each generation after generation has always been smarter than their parents
Mhm.
until we get to Gen Z. They're the first generation to score lower than their parents' generation in their cognitive abilities.
Oh,
We're doomed.
well, trust me, I see it. I never thought I would be an English teacher doing my job, but I am, and I'm past English with a C. That tells you anything. Oh, geez, man. But yeah, Bill, a lot of stuff's been going on, and we're trying to catch up, folks. So forgive us if we don't hit all of the highlights. But Bill, I think what I want to do is I want to show everybody this little screen share. So if you all didn't know, Louisiana Supreme Court has officially suspended the license of the Black Lives Matter lawyer Tanzaniska Tanzaniska Ruffin for basically stealing $250,000. So right now, gonna get you all set up. Let's just share that with you all for a moment. And that way you all can hear from this lady. May have to give it a second to start, but should start here in just a second.
So this hour, here's what else we are monitoring. The Louisiana Supreme Court suspends the law license of a lawyer, Tanzanika Ruffin. This after she was federally indicted this month. She is accused of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from a client she represented for a battery case in Orleans Parish last year. Federal prosecutors charged her with a count of wire fraud. Ruffin's lawyer contends she paid the more than $250,000 she's accused of stealing, and she paid that back. She will enter a plea in the case next week. The Supreme Court says Ruffin is barred from practicing law until further notice.
So, why is that good? Well, it's good because one thing, now we're getting into this whole thing. We knew that Black Lives Matter wasn't helping anybody. They've all been doing a bunch of fraud, and it just continues. And I hate to say it, but it's some of these liberal Democratic people that are doing all of this. Bill, it's just going to continue. Of course, I know it until we get the rhinos and everybody else out of government. The fraud is just astronomically big, more than what we even thought.
Yeah.
The Doge, I'm sure Doge is still working on it, but the main thing is, I think we're all looking for is when are these people going to start getting arrested? That's going to be the next thing. When will the arrests come?
Yeah. I've been waiting on.
Um, so in other news, Bill, did you hear about the drones that were over the United States Air Base? I think I sent you I don't know if I sent that to you or not.
I don't think I got that one.
But it's not just been, bless you.
No, I'm just go ahead. I got something when you finish.
Well, it's not just been this one base. This has been happening, it seems like quite a bit. And I just don't understand why the US response doesn't seem to be urgent. I'm not getting any of this. And then seems like nobody's really letting out what these drones or who's putting these drones up. That's what concerns me. Because other than that, nobody's saying a whole lot. And as we know, China does have a lot of land around United States bases here in the United States, which we've talked about that before too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I don't know. It seems to me that I don't know if it's testing, if it's a way of testing the security measures or what. But I wanted to bring that up to you all for the simple fact also too that this stuff is going on, and I think
During
we're,
time of conflict is some serious business.
yeah. But what did you find out? You were saying,
Oh, this just popped up. Representative Parmela Jayapal now demands taxpayer-funded reparations for illegals.
Wait, what?
not
Wait, wait.
not
For
when I
illegals?
said reparations, what were you thinking?
First thing I thought about was the black folks.
Illegals. Uh, they want to pay them for invading our country. This is what compassion looks like. But
What?
yeah, she has actually brought that up on the floor of Congress
Jeez.
that we should pay reparations to the illegals.
Listen, there shouldn't be one black person in this country that would be for that. They should be, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
I'm just saying there ain't been no 40 acres and a mule given out. Not like I'm looking for it, but if you're gonna give illegals reparations, okay.
well, and there's another one, the Hawaiian Senator Hirono,
Mhm.
Hirono, Hirono. She's a big critic of Trump, but she made a statement today. Donald Trump is not and never has been or never will be a king. So why are they protesting him as a king? That's her saying that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, you know,
I really wish these people would just let us go on with life and stop all of this filibustering
well,
and
one guy come up with a good thing today. He said, if they're all out there protesting, at least they're not down here bugging us.
that's true.
We got we got them all in one place. Leave them over there.
And let's face it, they're all in blue states and blue cities for the most part.
Yeah, we had what 75 maybe.
Like I
Seattle.
said, I was too busy. I
Here.
was too busy laughing at the cloud of black smoke that was covering all of them. Some guy in front of me gave him the finger.
I ain't gonna say what I did.
Oh,
I thought
but
it was funny. They didn't think it's much funny, right? They have no sense of humor.
so we're still in a war with Iran and the Strait of
Uh, uh, uh,
oh, we're still in a
who
ceasefire,
declared war?
huh?
Who declared war?
Well, that's why I was correcting myself. Actually, we're still at a ceasefire right now.
Well, even before that, we wasn't at war.
No.
He took military action,
Hmm.
just like every president before him has taken military action. Obama bombed 9 different countries.
Yep.
Even Biden bombed like 4. Bush did it. I mean, Clinton did it. All the way back, I think they said till like 1958. Every president since then has conducted military actions without congressional approval.
Hmm.
And that's exactly what Trump did. So nothing to see here, folks. Whoa.
Yeah, I wanted to, because Stephen A. Smith, nobody really likes Stephen A., but there are times where he actually makes sense. And this is one of those times. And like I said, just want to kind of show this real quick. If I can get it to, well, now I can't get it to, there we go.
Have to be dealt with. Iran's a problem. You got a lot of damn nerves to be in the face of American people saying for numerous administrations, Iran is a problem. They have to be dealt with. Iran's a problem. They have to be dealt with. And then this man deals with them, and then all of a sudden you're complaining about him now. Right. It doesn't really make sense. The lack of
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I went back and was reading everybody in government since I mean, all the way back to the 70s.
Mhm.
Iran's got to be dealt with. Iran's got to be we got to do something about Iran. And like you said, this man does something, and now you hate him.
Yeah. And then I heard people complaining too, like, oh man, Trump said it wasn't going gas prices going to go up, and now look at the gas. Like, well, he's trying to fix that too.
It's
That's just
still
a
cheaper
result
than when Biden was in office.
huh?
I said it's still cheaper than when Biden was in office.
Yeah, this is true too, because diesel was like over $5 a gallon. But what is that? The Strait of Hormuz, or what is it
Yeah,
called?
straight
I
Hormuz.
saw I saw something where there are, maybe it was Marco Rubio talking about them attempting to get other people involved. And it's not like the U.S. military can't deal with it, but
We got people involved.
oh, did they get some other countries involved in it?
Yeah, 7 of them. And this is what that means.
Hmm.
The French and the British and all that are not going to get involved unless they think it's about over.
Yeah.
They got involved.
Oh, then they
So
must
they
think
think it's
about
about
over.
over. Now, Iran is now demanding tariffs
Hmm.
to pass through the strait. Of course, let's be honest. How are they
No,
going to enforce that?
I was going to say, I don't know. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah,
Because
how are they going to enforce that?
I'm pretty sure Trump's done already told them they better make a deal and they better make it quick.
Well, he did.
Because they have no Navy, they have no Air Force.
Yep. But see, their propaganda machine is spinning out massive amounts of propaganda.
Yeah.
They've killed, according to them, they've killed millions of Americans, and we're just not reporting it. They've bombed all these U.S. bases, and killed all these Americans, and shot down all these planes. Did you see the AI picture where they supposedly captured Delta Force?
No, but I saw the AI picture where they supposedly took down a B-2 stealth bomber.
Yeah, did you see the guy standing there and it looked smaller than they were?
Yeah. The bomber was smaller than the guy was.
And then they had a AI generated thing where one guy had 3 arms, you know,
Yeah.
and they said that it was the elite Delta Force. They captured 75 operators of Delta Force. Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just looking at this and oh God. Bill, they are they are holding public prayers in New York City right now.
Yeah, in Times Square.
Yes.
Yeah. And what he's talking about is the Muslims.
Well, yeah, it ain't Christians.
They've uh, they've completely blocked off Times Square to hold prayer. So
Why do we allow this?
that's what New York voted for.
Ugh, I am never stepping foot in that place ever again. I think that the movie Escape from New York needs to come true, and we need to put a wall around the city and wash our hands of it. That is, that blows my mind. I was literally just talking to a fellow veteran earlier today, Bill, and of course, just like I do, and other veterans know, all of these people are upset because they're pulling all of these non-English speaking people out of semi trucks and deporting nearly all of them because they're illegals. And all of our Americans just have no clue, like none, except mostly veterans, about how they drive. He was literally telling me a story about how they were driving when he was over in Iraq. And I'm like, dude, I know. Like the people around here don't know and they ain't got a freaking clue. They do not need to be driving on these American roadways unless they have properly been trained.
Well, they at least need to be able to read the road signs.
No shit.
Most of them can't even read the road signs.
And I saw a video that was from a foreign country, one of the Middle East countries, where once again, a little guy driving his truck, he had his video recorder going, and you could tell he was of that Middle East persuasion. I'm trying to be politically correct. And then a truck in front of him turns in the middle of the highway. He can't stop in time and he runs right through the trailer. And I'm like, this is the reason why we don't want them driving over here. Ugh.
Now
I
this
just
is coming in from Denver. It says after the main rally at the Capitol in Denver,
Mhm.
some protesters turned violent and attempted to shut down traffic on I-25. Denver police responded in riot gear and deployed gas, driving the protesters back to 20th and Baker, next to Coors Field. 20th and Blake, next to Coors Field. When they spoke to one of the rioters, she was like, I'm so confused. I would not believe that the Denver PD would act in such a way.
Oh Lord.
They're acting the way they're supposed to. You tried to shut down a street. I guess they haven't been enforcing stuff in Denver until now. But yeah, there's video of it. I mean, they're gassing the hell out of them and pushing them all the way downtown. And they had a straw poll at CPAC.
Mhm.
And JD got 58% of the vote. Marco's 38%.
Good.
So JD got over 50%.
I think JD's on it, man. He's another one he's got it on the ball.
I know Mr. Pettis can't say anything about this, but I can. Our little Andy went to Ohio and spent the day bad mouthing JD. I guess Andy had to leave because it's the same time that they were looking into his fraud. So he just fortunately left town and went to Ohio.
Imagine
But
that.
anyway, that's something that Mr. Pettis can't comment on, but I can.
Well, Bill, I got one more headline I kind of want to share with everyone, and we'll make a comment on this. And that's this one right here. Kennedy urges GOP to pass budget reconciliation to pass the SAVE Act. Mr.
Yeah,
Kennedy. So I'm not going to go into the article about any of that, but I wanted to show that because I was going to get your opinion. What do you think? We were talking about that a little earlier.
that's the
About
only way they're going to pass it. Because Democrats will
what,
stand strong against it.
what is that going to
And
cause as far as I don't know.
well, they won't do it. Republicans ain't got the backbone to do it.
See, that's what
Leadership
I'm
ain't got the
worried
backbone.
about.
Leadership ain't got the backbone to do it. I mean, there's several different ways they could have already passed it.
Hmm.
They don't have the spine. We need to get these rhinos out of there.
Well, it seems like Kennedy has the spine, but
Well, he's just one senator.
I know,
There's 200 of them up there.
which reminds us that, this midterm is coming
There's
up
100
for
of
the
them up there. I'm
vote.
sorry.
Huh?
There's 100 senators up there.
Hmm.
And the way it is right now, it takes 60 votes.
Hmm.
We ain't got 60 Republicans. So if they did away with, there's several different procedures they could follow to change that to just a majority.
Hmm.
They don't have the balls to do it.
Well, that's what kills me, because the ones who are going to suffer, if they don't pass this, we're just going to suffer when the polls get here, when it's time to get to go to the polls, because they're going to cheat,
Mhm. That's true.
which is kind of
And
disheartening.
it's like that one woman said, as soon as we get back in power, we're coming door to door. And we know that you mega scum don't have what did she say, the weapons to overpower us or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we know that we're coming door to door to take you into custody.
Yeah. And
Bring it.
they talk about Trump being a Nazi. That's like the definition of what Hitler did.
Yes. Here's a video from England I'm looking at.
Hmm.
Here's what they're doing.
Praying in the streets because it's all a bunch of Muslims.
Now they're flying American flags and chanting Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. So,
Hey,
and then we love Trump. We love Trump. I mean,
speaking from the country who does have a king, I bet they wish they could make Trump their king.
probably. Oh, this is so cool.
Mhm.
Got a fighter jet and they've painted King Trump on the side of it as his name.
Uh, well, what else you got, Bill? Let's wrap this up.
Uh, well, let me see.
While Bill's looking for some other stuff, folks.
I
Uh,
had something here.
okay.
Oh, go
Um,
ahead. Go.
we are still going to be getting ready for July 4th in Washington, D.C. Um, we will try to go live once we're there, or post things on our Facebook, and as well as post on the website. Um, we'll try to get some videos up and pictures and different things like that, because it will be the 250th anniversary of our independence. And I'm guessing security is going to be as tight can be. But make rest assured, if anything goes down, the blue collar Minutemen will be ready. Other than that, we still got to get our subway passes, which I got to ask you about that here when we get off the show.
I'll send you the link as soon as we get off here.
Yeah, got to get subway passes, and I think that's right about it, because once we get there, we're just taking the subway everywhere. We ain't gonna worry about either that or an Uber. But folks, as always, make sure you check us out on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube, where we are still at, thank goodness. Check out our social media sites on the X. We are also on Instagram, Truth Social, and also check out the website at bluecollarminutemen.com. And we hope you enjoyed some of the little clips that I showed today. Going to try to have more of that, since now I have gotten a little bit more technically advanced I'm not saying I'm the great one, but I will still be able to improve on what I've shown and maybe have some more stuff later on because you guys always want to know, I'm sure, where we are finding all of this stuff and getting our information. Um, Majority of it's from the X, some of it's from other sources. Um, but we always want to reference those. That way you all can look it up yourself or share that when we're on the podcast, and that way you all can actually see it. So know that we're not making this stuff up. So hopefully that little bit got you a little bit more interested in the show. And like I said, we'll show some more stuff later on. Bill, you are concentrating way too hard.
I'm just looking, trying to find something. I can't remember. Was our last show before or after I went to the Trump rally?
It was before because you were saying you had announced that you were going to try to put up some
Yeah,
video.
right. Yeah, I got some video up on our page.
Hmm.
Uh, actually got in the fourth row.
Hmm.
It was right up there. I started off on the stage. They took me around, put me on the stage, me and Marion. There's no chairs up there. And it was 4 hours before Trump spoke.
Ugh.
So I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So they took me back around and set me in the middle. I was right dead in the middle, 4 rows back. So it was a great speech. Um, he was dead on it as usual.
Hmm.
I seen all these clips and memes afterward, which was the farthest thing from the truth ever.
Oh, I'm sure.
One of them was because at the end of the thing, as always, they started playing the YMCA,
Hmm.
and he starts doing his dance. Uh, and one of the video clips that was out was while troops are being killed, Trump's dancing in Kentucky. I mean,
Yeah.
he spent a good portion of that speech honoring those soldiers, airmen and sailors.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there were numerous veterans there. I was sitting next to the president of the Kentucky VFW.
Mhm.
No one thought there was anything disrespectful about the troops.
Oh,
But
I,
all the memes and all the stuff I saw later was, oh, this happened, this happened. Oh, it didn't. It's just blatant lies.
listen. You said that Iran has their propaganda machine working. The Democrats have their propaganda machine working.
Yep. And they're paying a lot of Republican podcasters right now to go along with them.
Well, you can bet one thing for sure: ain't nobody paying us.
This is true.
I got
We're
this
not on
track.
the take. We're not on the take. You can
Uh,
trust us, people. We haven't received a dime from anybody.
well, a final word, Bill. Anything you want to say?
I just hail to the chief.
Well, I'm going to add to that and say, folks, we got to do something to get the SAVE Act passed because if it does not get passed, you better get ready. That's all I got to say. But that's all I got. That's all Bill's got. Thank you all for joining us, as always, on the Blue Collar Minutemen Show. We'll be back with you next time. And like I said, hopefully we'll get you some more clips up and make the show a little bit more interesting for you. And like I said, get ready. Let's get these politicians to do what we want them to do because that's who they work for, is us. So God bless you all. God bless America. Let's make it to 2027.
God bless.
God bless.